They're in Plains, Georgia. She's a small town girl who really made sure that that always was the cornerstone of her values and the cornerstone of her family. And then let's fast forward. Now we're about 9 years later is when former President Jimmy Carter was, just elected into his seat here in Georgia. And it does look, we're getting some information as it comes in, of course, but that's when he is elected into his seat as a senator here in Georgia. And not long after that, he eventually becomes president. So it does look like we have one of our reporters right now. We have Yasmina Alston, who is here. Yasmina, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Can you guys hear me okay?
We absolutely can. I see that you have a statue behind you. Tell us where you are right now and bring it to our viewers and just really paint the vision for them about what we're seeing in our community today.
Yeah, Tori. So shortly after learning of the passing of the former First Lady, we came down to the Carter Center. And as soon as we got here, we started meeting and talking to people who came here to pay their respects to the former First Lady. And I chose this particular spot where I'm at right now because we spoke with one man in particular. His name is Joel Silverman, and he says he lives not far from the Carter Center. He comes here pretty often, but as soon as he heard that former First Lady Rosalynn Carter passed, he immediately went to go get flowers, and then he brought the flowers here to pay his respects. And I'm going to show you guys the flowers, and he laid them here at this Jimmy Carter statue. I want to show you guys there you can see the flowers laying and the Jimmy Carter statue, but he said it was important for him to come down here and to pay his respects. And one thing that he said that really stuck out to me was he said that both Rosalynn and Jimmy Carter never stopped fighting for peace. And Tori, as I'm sure you've already touched on, a lot of the work that Rosalynn Carter did for human rights and fighting for peace was done here at the Carter Center.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really great to see that people are already showing up for them. And hopefully you could still hear me, right, Yasmina?
Yes.
Okay. And so you mentioned before you go, I just want to keep you here a little bit longer. I know as a reporter, when you get to a scene like that, you're going to run into people like the gentleman you just spoke to. What are other people telling you that maybe you've had some interactions with? Why did they come? And what are the things that they're talking about with you? And you can always turn your phone horizontally as well if
Is that
it makes
better?
it. Yeah.
Let me see
Yeah.
here. Or is that upside down? I don't know.
I think
I'll
you're
leave it
good.
here.
We'll
You
leave
guys
it
see me
here.
okay?
But yeah,
Yeah?
yeah, yeah, we can
Okay.
see it.
So we also had the chance to talk with another man who he actually, is riding one of the hoverboards. He said that he comes to this parking lot a lot to ride his hoverboard. And he said the very first thing he noticed when he came today was he saw all of the TV crews. He saw all of the trucks. He saw everyone setting up. And he said, oh no. And that's how he learned, the passing of the former First Lady. And of course, it was difficult for him, and he shared the same sentiments. I mean, just that fight for human rights and that fight for peace and the never-ending fight. And he also talked about the love that the former First Lady and former President Jimmy Carter had for each other, their longtime marriage and their longtime love. That was something that really touched him. But that's how he learned of the news. Was he came to the parking lot like he always does. He lives in the area, and he saw all of the news crews, the television crews, and his reaction was, "Oh no, what happened?" So
Right. Yeah. And we imagine that there's going to be a lot of people who have the Carter Center as part of their routine, part of their daily route, are going to learn about this by seeing people like you, by seeing cameras there. And it is going to hit them very, very much in the way that it hit us. When this came into our newsroom, Yasmina, you were sitting right there, and we all immediately had a moment of silence together about, our breath was taken away for a moment. And we know that this will be the sentiment that many people in our community are also feeling tonight. So thank you so much for joining us right now. And we know that you will be continuing to do your work there on the ground. And we'll continue to keep an eye on what you're gathering from community members. And we'll let you get back to that.